Hello, my name is ChantelSampino. I will be presenting current trends in business communications. I was born and raised in San Jose Bay Area, which is known as the Silicon Valley. And so I business trends is something that I've seen all my life growing up. Um, and it's always exciting to see the ebbs and flows of the business world and the new trends that happen that make it you either succeed or not in this business, in any business really. Um, and especially when it's something that happens as better than expected, which is why I chose this company called Impact Junkie as the company that I speak about in my presentation. Um, so approximately 6 years ago, this unique business venture was initiated, known as Impact Junkie. And the initial objective of this venture was to assist other countries in um, constructing wells. And however, during their inaugural trip to Haiti, they discovered an untapped potential within the local populace. And they found that so many of the individuals were not only capable of building the wells themselves, but also exhibited a keen interest in actually getting into the business of building wells and becoming an entrepreneur in that field. So instead of um, merely providing aid and helping, they ended up helping to empower those people to open their own businesses and continue to the well building initiative. So this approach resonated with the adage, give a man a fish and he will eat for a day, but teach him to fish and he can eat for a lifetime. Investors were connected with these Haitian entrepreneurs and provided them the necessary resources and knowledge to establish and grow their businesses. This enabled them to take the next steps in providing fresh water to their communities through their own programs. Following the success there in Haiti, Impact Junkie expanded its operations into Central America, where they found individuals eager to start their own dream businesses. The motto of Impact Junkie is love people, go places, and change lives. They offer a training module also known as IJ Basecamp Training, which is a 12 video program available online. Now, when the business was first founded in 2018, most of their communications were conducted in person. However, of course, with the pandemic in 2020, it necessitated a change towards a more web-based approach, primarily through Zoom, although multiple platforms were also utilized. They had to adjust their communication methods depending on the country they were assisting. Some countries had limited internet access availability, and some were so remote that live Zoom conferences were not even a feasible thing for them. So for those countries, the video content was pre-recorded and then emailed to them. Other platforms utilized, especially for the training courses, include Google Docs and YouTube.com. They also use their Facebook, Instagram, and Instagram live reels and keep their followers updated with what's happening. So the State Department noticed that the co-founder, Philip Harding, had what he was doing, and they contracted him to work for them to help them out in other countries with his training methods. And so most of these trips are last minute, and they would contact him and say, hey, we need you to come with us over here. We're going to have this meeting, and we need you to introduce your training to these people in this country. And so they've been that opened them up to more countries. They went to the United Arab Emirates, and they went to Africa, a couple of different countries in Africa, and they've been to Vietnam as well, just to name a few of those. So the challenges were on point, and they helped him become something even greater than he expected. The business to become something greater than they expected. And so in a recent conversation with him, he revealed that as of 2024, Impact Junkie now has over 2 million people involved with their business modules and training. And he also expressed that the world is his office now, and it's the best way to work. So one of the challenges faced by startup companies is determining which platforms best suit their business needs. There are several wiki programs or platforms available, such as Guru and OpenAI, Shopify, Generac, Slack, Accenture, and Spotify. Another wiki platform is wiki.js, as it's a powerful and extensive open source wiki software. And GitLab.com is also another option for open source projects. They offer a vast number of integrations. The choice among these platforms depends on the size of your business and how many employees you have and what is needed to handle all of that. My personal experience is somewhat limited, as I have not worked in the corporate business world for a while. So primarily my experience is with Microsoft Outlook, Zoom, Slack, Google Docs, and Microsoft Teams. Any information I have about other platforms is gleaned from their websites. Most of them are unknown to me before this class. In the hospitality industry, where I worked for many years, the most significant update during my tenure was the transition from computer terminals to monitors or tablets, or with monitors to tablets, checking in with and checking people in and making key cards. Now they have the ability to check in and out on an app on their phones at a lot of hotels, and this level of automation eliminates the need for a person to be there to check them in and out. While this is undoubtedly streamlined, it feels too clinical to me. I think you go somewhere and you expect to see a smiling face and see a someone welcoming you in. That's my personal preference anyway. What if there were specific needs that required a conversation with a person as well? In my opinion, some trends should not make it out of the trial stage. In the company where I currently work, most of the people are of the older generation. And so we don't have a lot of newer technology that we work with. The ones that we do work with we've used Zoom, and we have used Microsoft Teams and Slack. Most recently, we've stayed with Microsoft Teams and cut out the other ones. And the most recent change that we made was going from a different phone system. We upgraded to RingCentral, which is an internet phone system that you use to make and receive calls. The trends that I have no experience in, like social media and other business platforms to expand your business and market it, they get noticed to expand and grow or to sell more products. They're on target with how they utilize the platforms to make that happen. Google Docs in particular makes a challenge of teamwork much easier. Especially when it can be done in different locations and still collaborate at the same time. And if some people work from home, they can still get to those documents that they need. And they can submit their information in real time. So Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, they're all platforms where companies can post reels and marketing to attract attention from people that would most likely want to purchase what they have to offer. This happens with the way those medias are set up to pay attention to what is browsed on different devices, to those logged in with different platforms. like the algorithms, they pick up on what people search for, and then you start receiving the marketing from those businesses. I have a lot of experience in this as on the receiving end of it, as I love to read, and so my Facebook and Instagram pages, whenever I open them, I'm bombarded with the authors showing me their new books. So now I have a to be read list that is way out of control. Do we rely too much on online communication platforms instead of being social in person? There is such a thing as too much disconnection with humanity. Everything is so easily done by computer or device that we no longer have that socialization that we used to have. And I feel like as humans, we really need that socialization. We were made to be sociable people. It's not good to be so isolated or to feel so isolated. So there's a lot of growing trends ever since the pandemic that we no longer have to work at the office. We can work from home, which is great for those that need it, especially if you have kids or pets like myself. I have a dog, and she likes it when I'm home. And I work from home 3 days a week, and I work part day twice a week from the office. So while there's no denying the convenience of the newest trends and being able to communicate to work and to coworkers without having to be in the same building, it should decrease the number of people unemployed. And yet unemployment seems to be still on the rise overall, where I have heard most of the layoffs the past year or two was in the Bay Area where I grew up, which doesn't make any sense since they're the tech companies that should be blowing up right now with all the tech information, the tech stuff going on. This could be, of course, more due to the policies and politics of our policies and procedures by the current government in California rather than the success of the corporations themselves. I don't know what the cause is exactly, but that is the end of my presentation, and I hope you enjoyed.